So, they went and nerf Buster. Well, in a sense, I understand. Still a clan event unit, but it's in a gotcha. But even in the gotcha, they have to suffer for even being a clan event. So pretty much it went from when attacking to a Vanguard CB1, turn a card in your G zone face up. Stand the same number of rear guards, the number face up, Mito Kaiser Busters in your G zone. If you stood two or more cards and you have exactly 5 rear guards, so you legit have to throw almost your entire hand for this effect in general. So I don't know how that's going to play out, but we'll see. This unit gets the following ability until the end of that battle. When its unit attack hits, so you see the nerf. It went from when this attacked the Vanguard, or when this unit attack went to when this hits. Discard 2 from your hand to stand this unit and then draw a card. They really expect you to sack with this deck. It's very interesting. I mean, we went from like Beast Deity drawing 2 cards after pitching 2 cards to like, you don't even get a draw 2 after pitching 2, so you're gonna minus a lot more. So yeah, so you're just minusing like a mother clucker apparently, especially when it comes to control decks. But anyways, they nerfed him to like an extent of being a hitbox versus being an endgame unit. Yes, this can still help Hank. I mean, I'm gonna think of the positive of this unit is it's not bound by Victor's skill, so that's good. It doesn't have to be a Victor heart to actually use this. So if you miss your G3 stride, this actually can be your first and last stride if things actually go your way, which isn't like completely crap, since when you ride it the second time you can stand 2, and then when you ride it a 4th time you can stand 4, depending if you keep like striding this. I mean, obviously this unit only stood out to me because it isn't bound by the hearts, which is good, just like the other one that isn't bound by hearts. So the fact that this isn't bound by a heart card is good because it helps. It really does help. If you miss your G3, at least you can just ride this and just stride your way with this guy till the end of the game, really. I mean, there is no power creep, obviously, so Anklet or Miyaki, but Miyaki only works if you have Victor as your... So, again, little problems there where you think, like, oh, I gotta go back to some Anklets maybe for this. Anyways, keep in mind it's still CB to even use this effect, so it's 2 CB just to restand him in general. 1 CB for your rears, and then 1 CB for himself. But at best, you're probably going to be using this card to end the game at 5th damage with 2 Hanks in hand, restanding 2 Hanks, and going in for the game. The only problem is those Hanks won't be power crept unless you have Miyaki in the back, and Victor is your freaking Vanguard, and that's the other issue. So your Hanks at least have to be at 11k just to even finish off this game, so you get the best bang for your buck when it comes to attacking the Vanguard in general. So be wary of that. So to me, he seems like a 4 of for his worth. Technically does what the other one does, but costs CB to do. But that means you just have to save CB for Hank. So will you be running a countercharger clay doll in the deck? Probably at the end of the day. It's just the problem is those Hanks aren't going to power creep to 16k, and you're going to lose. You're actually going to lose an attack where you can get a lot of attacks in with the 2 Hanks. So yeah, and that's what you're really trying to avoid. Sad face. Anyway, so we'll see how Meter Buster plays out. Good news is Kaiser's stride came out, but everything's the same. During your turn, if your Vanguard's Kaiser, this becomes an 11k. But if this was a triple rare, by the way. If your Vanguard is a Kaiser, this card gets grade +1. So pretty much this was for the Legion. Guarantee your hits on the 2 crit. But you know where this game's going with heal guards. I mean, your opponent can always block it, depending. But good for, like, I guess, 4th damage, and you need those crits to finish the game. So it has its perks. Another card that we want like that is Beast Deity Catastrophe. Pretty much what it does is if your heart card is a Beast Deity, so as long as the Beast Deity is a G3, this card will work automatically, which is great. You turn a card in your G zone face up to get the following ability. When your dry trick reveals a Beast Deity without a trigger, so obviously you got to make the deck full Beast Deities when it comes to G1s and G2s. They got like a crap ton, so this effect is guaranteed. When stand one of your rear guards, the number face of Ultimate DC, Ethic Buster, Catastrophe in G zone is 2 or more, though that unit gets plus 3,000 power. So again, a little power creep too, but this one feels like a lot better for a stride for Nova in general. But when it comes to beast deities, they always need a little power. They have an 8K, but they have a bunch of 9Ks too, like Anklet, so Anklet power creeps. But this card's actually really good in general for beast deity. I mean, it's you're able to hit it very. You actually hit this effect very consistently, mind you, especially for the stride fodders. But no, this card's actually really good. This actually gives you what you need, which is good. I mean, at least something I know is good. I mean, you might as well try a Beast Deity deck when this thing comes out. It's only a triple rare. And yeah, you might as well. I mean, at least you can stand. You're probably going to stand all your freaking things, but if you get 4 of this guy, you can actually use this effect twice if you go second as well, so you be able to get a little bit more 3,000 power on those units. Really strong stuff, honestly. But you have to hit a DST without a trigger, so you can't sack triggers. If you sack triggers, this effect doesn't work. So try not to sack and just try to check beast deities and you're good to go. It's just weird that they said without triggers, which I understand. I mean, that eliminates the G3s, sadly. So pretty much you have to hit your entire G1 and G2 lineup to make this effect actually say, haha, you got it. Anyways. And last but not least, Leo, I want to go over the cards that I was interested in. That's obviously my Robo Boys. So, Legendary Die Kaiser Leon. If your heart card is Kaiser, it's a Generation Break 2, CB1, and G Persona Blast. And when your Dread check reveals a grade 3 until the end of that battle, your opponent must activate 2 Sentinels with a perfect guard effect at the same time. So they have to pitch 2 PGs when this attacks. The only bad news is this doesn't have a crit. Only works at 5th damage, sadly, unless you're playing a full crit deck, which is awkward to an extent, depending on how much you're drawing in DP in general. So again, Leon kept his OG effect, but when I played actual TCG, I always did hit those crits and G3s at the right time, Anyway, so that happened. But there's one more thing I do want to go over as well. DP's getting their next event in Japan, and it looks like our next star GR is Super Cosmic Hero X Lead. And what this effect is, when this unit attack hits, if this is 35,000 or greater, draw a card. Then if it's 40,000 or greater, choose one of your rear guards and stand it. Also, on once per turn effect, choose a card from down from your G zone, turn it face up. So this can act like one of your Cosmic X Tigers. You can turn, obviously, Gallop face up, so you can restand for the next attack. Choose up to 5 of your rear guards and rest them. In each unit that was rested, choose one of your rear guards, and until the end of the turn, those units and this unit get 4. Those units and this unit get 4,000. So he can power creep himself as well, which is good. So I would really speak. This effect's actually really good. This is just like an X Tiger replacement at the end of the day, since this does flip over the thing, which is good. I like it because you can combo this with Grand Volver, which is a counter charge too. So after you spend pretty much CB or 2 CB with your cards, where you're going to draw like at max, you're probably going to draw like 3 freaking cards, number one, because you have Gallop Stride effect, you got this effect, and you'll pretty much be drawing almost like 3 cards. And if you use the other guy, that's 3. I'm talking about the other Cosmic Hero. That's Soul Blast, and then you draw if the Vanguard hits. So, yeah, there's a lot of cards. I mean, DP's going to have a crap ton of draw power with this, but this also gives you another option to countercharge so you don't lose out on CB in general, which is good. So you combo this with Grand Volver, you're going to get all your CB back after drawing all the cards, because all those draw cards happen right after this card actually attacks. And keep in mind, this gives 4,000 power to freaking him and another unit, so you can give all the power to Grand Volver, and after you rest like 2 back rows, that's like an extra 8,000 to Grand Volver, who's at 13k, which means he hits 21, which means this is a guaranteed 2 attacks, just like Cosmic X Tiger, but 10 times better, and this card gives itself an extra 8,000. After the 5,000, he'll only be at 39 though, so you gotta be careful when it comes to power boost, so make sure you have the extra unit. But if you did do, no, scratch that, he will be at 43 because you Grand Volvered. Duh. So this card's actually going to be really solid, in my opinion, for DP. Because it can flip Gallop, which is good. And this does give you a restand and combos with Gallop in general. With Grand Volver and Gallop in general. So it's a very solid card, honestly. And it kept its effect. They did show the 0 effect. It's the same. They just made sure you can't abuse the Vanguard effect when you use Laurel, obviously. But yeah, I can understand that. But yeah, no, But yeah, no, Exley definitely looks of like a very promising unit for Zero in general. But keep in mind, Zero is limited to if you go second, you have a 90% chance of winning. If you go first, you have a solid 10%, but you will be drawing cards. So at least you can get to your PGs, get the pieces. At least you can always prep intercepts when it comes down to it. But all in all, I do like what the card does, especially that last effect where you can rest back rows to give pretty much 4,000 for each. You get the 5, then for each unit that was rested, those units get 4,000 power. Does that add? I think I'm. Oh man, I'm going brain dead here. Choose the 5 of your rear guards, rest them, and for each unit that was rested, for each one. Okay, never mind. It is 8,000. Okay, it's how you profit. Grand Volver easier too. Since it's 21k, you can countercharge, which would be beneficial to your hand, and your CB will be up, so you'll never run out, which is also solid. So I'd say a great card nonetheless. This is definitely going to be a 4 of for me in general. Not really a 4. You can get away with 2 because in the end you're going to end the game with Gallop anyways. This card's definitely flipping over a Gallop in general. But definitely you could do 2 if you want. You don't really need 4 since this is really an on-hit effect to restand the other guy. Yeah. That's the thing. Yeah, it has to hit, so yeah, you just gotta be careful of that. So yeah, he's mostly your first stride. Gallop is always your end stride. If a game goes on any longer, you probably go into Tiger and finish it off with a crit. But I'm pretty sure you should have finished off by the 4th Gallop, honestly. If I can be honest. The 4th Gallop should have actually ended that game. Yeah. If not, then yeah, you can definitely try going to this again if you need to. But not bad. Not bad. I mean, I understand the GR, but I think you're gonna at least need maybe like 2. I don't think you need 4 of this, so that's good. So if you get like 1 or 2 of these, you're fine. Yeah, honestly, I think you're just like playing this once. Like this is your new first stride, and you don't see him ever again. So even getting 1, you already have like a good card in general. So I was thinking about that. Like even 1 would be fine because this is your first stride. The rest of the strides you're ending off with Gallop or you're ending with X Tiger. Or if they're at 4, then you ride this and try to push again. Either way, I mean, 2 is just there for cushion if they're still at 4th damage. Highly undoubtful because of all the Cosmic Gallop pushing with the power creeps and all that. But this you could have 1 to 2 for sure. 2 to be safe. 1, if you have it, is good because, again, G Persona flips something, so you're good. So we'll see how this goes. Cosmic Hero X lead definitely is going to be leading the new first stride turn for Cosmic Heroes for sure. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Y'all be good. Y'all stay safe. And we'll see y'all another time. Can't wait for this event to come out to tackle another awesome DP deck profile. Still haven't tackled Novas. Maybe I'm lazy. I'm trying to get to it when I can. Anyways, peace out.